Hi everybody, Erica Sterwin here from Pink Bucker Designs, and today I've got a project featuring the Sea of Textures suite of products and the new 2018-2019 Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. This is probably my favorite bundle in the whole catalog. This octopus and this netting and these little fish, all of it is just a ton of fun and I love it. Now the reason why I am doing this project is because I really actually wanted to focus on the beautiful designer series paper. If you're watching this in July of 2018, we're having a wonderful paper sale. Buy 3 packs, get 1 free. And of course, this isn't the only pack. There's a bunch to choose from and you can mix and match them. So I thought I would make a few projects showing you how to use this beautiful designer series paper. You know, sometimes we want to hoard it and not use it because it's so beautiful. But let's not do that. Let's use it up and show it off to show everybody how beautiful it is. Now, I also want to tell you that this project was originally done during Facebook Live, and this is my clean recording. If you would like to click on the link in the comments down here on YouTube, it'll take you back to the original post where I'm doing the 3 projects showing designer series paper. And here's the one we're doing right now. You'll find all the products you need, item numbers even, and the measurements. That's the important part right there. So hop over to my blog on that link and print or save this PDF so you'll have all the measurements. You won't have to write it down and worry about where you wrote it down when it's time to create this project. This is a cute little gift bag. These would make great party favors or a little gift bag. You could even put a gift card in there with some little the crinkly stuff, you know, or some candy, just lots of options. And you're one of a kind. I think that's pretty universal. You could use that for lots of things. Now let me show you the paper. This paper is unbelievably beautiful. Just Stampin' Up! Did a great job picking the perfect colors for just a relaxing, beautiful seascape. And each pack has 2 sheets of each. I'm just showing you 1 sheet of each, but you'll actually get 2. But they're all double-sided, so you get 12 patterns. This is our new sea foam, soft sea foam color. This is really fun. Look, that looks kind of like a party to me. Here's Balmy Blue, one of my new favorite colors. This is the one that we're using to make our bag today. And it has, see, here's the back. This is Mint Macaron. You can see how we're using the back there. The colors always coordinate. That's the best part of Stampin' Up's paper, is that the colors carry through all the pieces and they coordinate. Here's one, reminds me of sand. Look at that, gorgeous, deep, tranquil tide color. Here's a really neat texture. I love that. And here's another one that reminds me of sand. This one's really fun. It's bold. It would make a great masculine project. But then on the back, we've got a beautiful purple. Now, I also want to point out that on the back of your designer series paper, when you get the package, make sure you look right here. It tells you the colors that are used in the pack. This one says Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Fresh Fig, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy, Soft Sea Foam, Tranquil Tide, and Whisper White. That helps when you're creating a project. When you pull your paper out and you say, what ink do I need? What cardstock do I need? Well, it'll tell you right there what you need to pull out so that your project is perfectly matched and coordinated. Now, I also did a class in June using this paper in this bundle, and I thought I would just kind of flip through real quick to show you just how beautiful this paper is. Look at that. The paper, like this one, kind of just leaves it so that you don't have to do much more. It just is the star, really, of that card, that beautiful texture. And look at that with those white sand dollars. It looks like the sand with the sand dollars in there. Here's a little box with that fun, bold pattern. And one more. Here's the one with the sand. Doesn't it look like he's sitting at the bottom of the ocean? Now, these projects are available over in my PDF store. I've got a PDF, and it actually has 8 projects using this. So if you're looking for that, make sure you hop over to my blog and click on the tab at the top that says PDF store. All right, well, let's get started with this project. This is such a fun and easy gift bag. All right, let's make our bag. You're gonna need a piece of designer series paper that is 6 by 11.5. So I've just cut off 1/2 inch at the end. And you're gonna put it on your Simply Scored, and you wanna score the short side here at 1.5 and 5 1/4. Okay, now turn it and score it at 1.5 and 5 1/2, 7 And last but not least, 11. Now remember, all these measurements are over there on that PDF, so click on the link and hop over and get them. All right, so let's take our bone folder and quickly just burnish all those lines like that. Here we go. And let's do these on the short side too. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, don't worry. You can use your fingers too. Most of the time, I don't even know where my bone folder is, and I just use my fingers. But that bone folder, if you have it, does make the line nice and crisp. Okay, now here is that end piece that's just 1/2 inch. We're gonna take our scissors and cut off those squares. Get them out of there, we don't need them. And then those, we're gonna cut these corners off here on the end tab like that. All right, now this is the edge that is 3/4 of an inch, right? All right, the 3/4 of an inch edge, you're gonna put adhesive all the way down and adhere it, okay? Flatten it. Now turn it over, and these score lines on the bottom, let's just cut them up to that horizontal score line. All right, now here is, we want it to be folding this way. I keep looking at it the wrong way. So make sure when you put your adhesive, you're putting it on the front side. This is the side I want to be the front. So put adhesive there on that tab and fold it over. Look, if you've done your scoring right, it'll fold over perfectly. Now fold these in, and we're gonna put some adhesive on the bottom of this box. Tear and tape will work beautifully here. So we'll do the big one first and fold it up into those squares. And now do the one on the outside. And fold that up, and there's your bottom. All right, so now we have what looks like a box. So just to make it a bag, all you have to do is pinch it a little bit like that. And now it's a bag. Cute, right? All right, easy. Let's make our tag now. Now I've already done a little bit of cutting. I've cut out the 3rd largest stitch circle from white and a soft seafoam scallop circle that is just barely bigger. All right, we're gonna use several of the stamps. We're gonna use the netting and the grass here. We're gonna stamp those onto our Whisper White circle. I'm gonna do the netting in Crumb Cake. All right, and I don't have any grid paper, so let's use the back of this. We don't wanna get it on our table. All right, so with the Crumb Cake and the net, I'm just going to stamp it kind of off like that. Then I'm going to take this tall grass and soft seafoam, and I'm going to just put some grass here, and I'm going to do it at varying heights. See how I'm just moving the stamp up and down to give us that look. There we go, just like that. Now while we're stamping, while we're here, let's do the rest of it. With Night of Navy, I'm going to stamp this, I think it's coral. I'm going to call it coral. It looks like coral. And then I'm going to take the tiny sentiment. I'm just going to do it over here on the edge because I'm just going to cut that straight off. All right. Now let's get our big shot because we're going to give this little circle some fish. And I showed you that framelit right here. And I think if you cut that out and try to cut off all those, or glue on all those little fish, you might get a little frustrated. So instead, we're actually going to cut them out of this and layer it on here so you can see the fish coming through. It'll look, it's kind of like an optical illusion. Now let's see if we can cut all these things at one time. We're going to use our magnetic platform, and it's going to hold these in place. So let's put the fish right there across the circle. And then we're going to take the coral here, and set it on here. Now, if your frames hop around on your magnetic platform, just follow the magnet where it wants to go and put the paper there. Sometimes that happens. And then this is the next one. This is some seagrass from Early Espresso. Let's cut them all out at one time in one foul swoop. And I'll go back the other way for good measure. All right, let's take a look. There's our coral and our fish. Look at that, there they are. They're in there. We've got to use our brush to get them out. It's much easier to put the color behind it instead of having to glue all of those on at the same time. Now my seagrass, there we go. All right, it looks like we're ready to layer all of our pieces. Now we're going to put, first we're going to put the circle on our soft sea foam scallop circle, and then now we can see our fish coming through. Aren't they cute? And then we're going to do our seagrass. I'm just going to use a glue dot for this. The fine tip glue pen would work well as well. And then a dimensional here for our coral. I don't think coral comes in navy, but I wanted to keep all of our color scheme the same. Now back over here with our sentiment, I told you I was just going to cut it straight out. I wanted to keep it as small as possible. So you could put this on your paper trimmer, or if you feel confident with your scissors, just cut it out so that it's just the height and the width of the words. I do that a lot of times when I don't want the sentiment to overtake the stamped images. I'll put it right there. And then the last thing we need is a bow. And this is our Night of Navy gingham ribbon, and just tie a bow. I thought it went beautifully. Kind of gives that kind of beachy, nautical feel. And there we go. Let's add it to our bag. Nothing fancy here. No need to tie it on or clip it. You can just put it on with 2 dimensionals right there. And I kind of put it off to the side. And there you have it, a really simple gift bag. I think that those would make great party favors and lots of fun. And not too big, doesn't require too many things inside. All right, I hope you like this project. Remember to click on the link and visit my blog and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.